Welcome back. In this lesson, we'll talk about verifying the integrity of our data. Both the merge and concat methods have special features that allow us to verify the structure of our data. When merging two tables, we might expect the tables to have a one-to-one relationship. However, one of the columns we are merging on may have a duplicated value, which will turn the relationship into a one-to-many. When concatenating tables vertically, we might unintentionally create duplicate records if a record exists in both tables. The validate and verify integrity arguments of the merge and concat methods respectively will allow us to verify the data. Let's start with the merge method. If we provide the validate argument one of these key strings, it will validate the relationship between the tables. For example, if we specify we want a one-to-one relationship, but it turns out the relationship is not one-to-one, then an error is raised. Let's try it out. In this example, we want to merge these two tables on the column TID. Again, our data is from our musical service. The first table is named tracks, and the second table is called specs for the technical specification of each track. Each track should have one set of specifications, so this should be a one-to-one merge. However, notice that the specs table has two rows with a TID value equal to 2. Therefore, merging these tables now becomes unintentionally a one-to-many relationship. Let's merge the two tables with the tracks table on the left and spec on the right. Additionally, let's set the validate argument equal to 1-to-1. In the result, a merge error is raised. Python then tells us that the right table has duplicates, so it is not a one-to-one merge. We know that we should handle those duplicates properly before merging. Now, we'll merge album information with the tracks table. For every album, there are multiple tracks, so this should be a one-to-many relationship. When we set the validate argument to one-to-many, no error is raised. Let's now talk about the concat method. It has an argument, verify integrity, which by default is false. However, if set to true, it will check if there are duplicate values in the index and raise an error if there are. It will only check the index values and not the columns. To try out this feature, we will attempt to concatenate these two tables. They are the February and March invoice data shown in the previous video. However, both tables were modified so the index contains invoice IDs. Notice that the invoice ID number 9 is in both tables. Let's try to concatenate the two tables together with the verify integrity argument set to true. The concat method raises a value error stating that the indexes have overlapping values. Now, let's try to concatenate the two tables again with the verify integrity set to the default value of false. The concat method now returns a combined table with the invoice ID 9 repeated twice. Often, our data is not clean, and it may not always be evident if the data has the expected structure. Therefore, verifying this structure is useful, saving us from having a mean skewed by duplicate values or creating inaccurate plots. If you receive a merge error or a value error, you can fix the incorrect data or drop duplicate rows. In general, you should look to correct the issue. Time for some practice.